Good morning. Welcome to Hiram Hikes. I'm Hiram. Weather report was for a good day today. Looking pretty nice. Sun's just coming up. Haven't seen sunrise yet, but it'll be soon. Just coming out of Cold Spring shelter. Like I said, built in the 1930s by the Civilian Conservation Corps. It is literally right on the trail. The trail comes up behind it, kind of goes around it, and then goes right out the front. Plenty of signs of mice around the shelter, but I didn't even hear them last night, so that was good. Saturday morning, headed north. This is a little viewpoint just off the trail. I don't usually do these, but this one is literally just off the trail. The sun's up just over there, a little bit of clouds. 2 hours into my day, going pretty good. Kind of overcast, hoping it stays dry. Just thought I'd share. Too early in the year to really be in the green tunnel, if you will. But it's pretty easy to see where that term comes from. A little after 10. Looks pretty hilly. Kind of going that way. Heading down right now. I think I'm going up that next. I'm at Tellico Gap. Standing on the power lines, don't like that. I'll move pretty quick here. Pretty good road. Certainly if you had a reason you needed to get out, this would be a point you could get a shuttle driver to come and get you. You know, assuming it's not 2 feet of snow or something like that. That might be hard. It is a dirt road. This just seemed like a good spot to show and talk about. I don't know, hopefully on a good sized screen. If you watch this on a monitor or something, you can tell. I mean, I could talk about blowdown, and if you look, I mean, they leave it as an old growth forest and they don't come and cut it and trim it and all. That's great. But, I mean, stuff falls over. You get some whipping winds up through the mountains. You can see there's quite a few dead trees here. They'll be coming down. You can see a big chunk right over there with a bright shiny end that's been cut. Looks like this year. But, so it's a lot of work. I mean, all the way down through this gap, you can see the trees stacked up and piled up. And I mean, as I turn around, this is looking back where I came. But again, you can see it's rough. It's rough for them to keep the trail open. It takes them a lot of work. Obviously, it's rough if you have to climb over it, if it comes down before they get a chance to. I mean, up this hill, it's the same thing. It just goes on and on. 30 seconds later, as I come around the corner, this is the one I showed you that had been cut from back a little ways. You can see where they chunked it up. And I look right there, and there's something obviously even newer because they haven't gotten to it yet. Just passed, if you can see it. Head north. I'm on Westerwald. There's the fire tower. I'm probably not going up. I got 6.4 miles to go if I'm going to make my day. It's 12:30. Don't know that I can do it. I got 33, almost 3,400 feet of descent. That's a lot. Long downhill. Really, really long downhill. Like I said, about 6 miles. And I got 500 feet of ascent thrown in, just for good measure. But that'll be a break, actually. Westerwald Shelter. This one does have bear cables. The last couple have not. Well, 3 or 4 have not. Some pretty good looking campsites. I'm not going to do much of a review because my time is tight. I'm trying to push my way down. I'm standing on the trail, so it's right off the trail. So I'm running late. I wasn't going to take any more pictures. This is jump off something, whatever. But it's just, so it just goes down right there. And I'm not even turning around without grabbing a trekking pole. Because it just goes down right there too. I gotta stop doing this because I'm running late, but sometimes it's just hard. I don't know how much you can see. I hope a bit. That's the trail. It just kind of drops off the end of the cliff there. Should be a blast. But it drops off on both sides. Well, it drops off on 3 sides here. That was the trail coming down. Got to put this thing away. Here's my wrap up. Saturday, February 11th, day 20. I started out at Cold Spring Shelter, mile 125.2. I ended up at the Rufus Morgan Shelter, mile 135.9, 10.7 mile day. That's my second longest day. I should be really happy with that, except I was kind of hoping to make it down to the NOC today. So here's how the day went and how I ended up here. Like I said, come out of Cold Spring. I went up to Copper Ridge Bald, nothing to speak of. Went up to, I went over Rocky Bald, not much view there. Down into Tellico Gap. Good climb out of Tellico Gap up to Wesser Bald. Nice view. I stood under the fire tower. I didn't go up it. Came down past Wesser Bald Shelter. I'll tell you that the coming down from Wesser Bald was challenging. In fact, the first part of that is probably the most challenging descent I've had. And just me, but with a fear of heights, it was the scariest thing I've done. Once I, wasn't as hard as going up Mount Albert. It was difficult, wasn't as hard, but it's a long, long descent down into the NOC. And about, 3:30 this afternoon, my left ankle started to hurt quite a bit. Now, I had a goal of saying, hey, well, if I got to the shelter here by 5, I would push on. And if I got to the shelter at 5:30, I'd have to make a decision. Well, once my ankle started to hurt, I decided, well, let's hope I can make the shelter before dark, which obviously I did. My left knee started to bother about an hour later. I think it was just kind of join in. The rain started. Oh yeah, it started to rain. About 4:30, 4:45. And so I was concerned. So that had been a blessing all day that the roots, which were extremely abundant, were dry. There had been a little bit of mud still, but it had been dry. So anyway, here I am, a Rufus Morgan Shelter. Here for the night, get up tomorrow morning, and I'll go down into the NOC. It was a good day. I didn't get hurt. Stayed dry most of the day. Oh, by the way, it's supposed to rain like every day for a while. Low temp tonight, though, is supposed to be like 43. So hopefully that will be close enough that it won't freeze at least. Hope you're having a wonderful day. Just a little bit more from Saturday. This may end up B-roll that gets cut and thrown away. But I wanted to share this morning. I did have a good breakfast. Got up way too early. Let's face it, this time of year, the nights are way too long. So I got up around 5. I need about an hour and a half to get stretching, massaging, and everything done that I need to do to get going. But that was a little bit too early. I thought about it, said, well, maybe I should fix a breakfast. I still had a couple breakfasts I've been carrying since Amicalola. So I lit my stove. Well, and then I thought, well, geez, I filtered water last night. I don't want to filter water again. Everything was filled and ready to go. And then I remembered, oh yeah, it's filter or boil. So I went and got a big cup of water and boiled it up and had myself a Mountain House Southwest spicy skillet breakfast, I think is what it was called. It's pretty good. I got enough water that it left me enough to actually wash my face and hands and clean my glasses and whatnot with a little bit of warm water. And out here on the trail, that is a true luxury. I certainly enjoyed that. I got passed by one hiker today, young guy from Tennessee. He said, oh, we make it to the knock, we can share a cabin tonight or share a room or whatever. And I'm like, yeah, I don't think I got it, because that was after my ankle was bothering. But nice kid, he's 20 years old, making good miles. Plus, almost everybody's been an absolute joy to talk to. Time to get ready for bed. Well, filter water, pull up my air mattress, lay everything, sweep down, what have you. And then get ready for bed. Take care.